Welcome. Have to say, I'm really happy to be here this morning. Two of my friends who are heads of school had to miss their graduations last week because of COVID, and so I'm super excited that I'm here with you guys in person today. I would like to offer a warm welcome to Pat Hatler, President of the Board of Trustees, Headmaster Emeritus Rhys Bonifon, Kents Hill staff and faculty, parents, family members, friends, students, and most importantly, the class of 2022. It is my honor and privilege to have you join us for Kents Hill's 198th commencement ceremony. Today, go ahead. Today, you join 197 classes of Kents Hill School graduates. And since 1824, we've been co-educational. It may not seem remarkable to you today, but it was a bold statement of belief, as only one other New England boarding school has been continuously co-educational longer. Kents Hill has, and always will be, committed to developing character, civic engagement, and community. Today, you join a network of over 4,700 living alumni who have also called the Hill their home. Today's events will celebrate these remarkable students' graduation from high school, as well as recognize students and honor many of the class of 2022 for their academic, athletic, character, and leadership achievements. For most of you, graduating from Kents Hill is one of the first significant life milestones, and it has been quite a journey. Punctuated by COVID, the exacerbation of the climate crisis, growing political strife, a war in Ukraine that threatens democracy, mass shootings, school shootings, and racial injustice, to name just a few. We have thrown a lot at you, and each and every one of you has stepped up and demonstrated the character and resilience required to get here today. You did it with the love and support of your families, Kents Hill employees, and most importantly, your friends. I hope when you have a chance, you'll take a few minutes to thank them, in person or in writing, whatever works for you. Sharing gratitude is good for the soul. And as always, we are stronger together. I would like to note here 3 students in particular, Eric, Christine, and Danny, all of whom spent their entire junior year remote because of COVID. They have demonstrated another level of resilience and perseverance to get here today, and I'm so pleased that despite all of the challenges, they are here in person. Sorry their parents could not be here today, but I know that they are celebrating and deeply proud of each of their accomplishments. For some of you, your journey started 4 years ago when you chose to come to Kents Hill. For others, your journey may have started elsewhere, but it is finishing here on the Hill. It is a journey that for some may have taken longer than the traditional 4 years. It has been both an individual journey and a collective journey. This time, I would also like to take a moment to thank all of the Kents Hill employees. They have worked tirelessly to support you in your journey because of their belief in you and the purpose of their commitment to make a difference in your lives, for our school, and for the broader world. They have been in your corner all the time and will continue to be. Please join me in expressing our gratitude for all they have done. Additionally, I'd like to thank all of the parents, family members, and friends who have worked to help each graduate get to this point. It has been an honor and pleasure to partner with you, and now you can sit back and enjoy the celebration. As both the head of school and a parent today, I know full well that today is a both-and day, a day where we are experiencing both joy and sadness. I believe the sadness we feel is because of the meaning we have made. Today, I'll do my best to focus on the joy. As you will note, there's one empty chair on the stage. Each year at Kents Hill School, we place one empty chair on the stage to recognize all those members of the class of 2022 who were not able to finish the journey with us, but nonetheless were still an important part of our story. Commencement is a bittersweet day for many of us. It is both an ending and a beginning. We are both happy to have completed one stage of life, but sad to leave a place that has been home. We are happy to reach this moment, but it also brings with it the sadness of goodbyes and departures from a place that has meant so much. I hope today that you will leave not with goodbyes, but with see you laters. And if you are comfortable, with hugs. They last a lot longer. Class of 2022, you can experience multiple emotions today, as I am, and I encourage you to embrace them all. Soak in your last hours on the Hill until you return to campus for a visit or your 5th year reunion. You have earned this moment, so enjoy it. And I will look forward to seeing you all again when you come back for a visit. I would now like to introduce Reverend Keeney to give the invocation.
Today we honor these students' accomplishments in the spirit of education. No book is more centered on this value than Proverbs, a text sacred to Jewish, Christian, and Muslim traditions. Hear these words. My child, if you accept my words and treasure up my commandments within you, making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding, if you indeed cry out for insight and raise your voice for understanding, if you seek it like silver and search for it as a hidden treasure, then you will find the knowledge of God, for the Lord gives wisdom. The seeking, grasping, and claiming of knowledge is a mist that hangs rich in the air on this day of graduation. No matter what tradition shapes your belief, Hindu, Hebrew, Buddhist or Baptist, Methodist or Muslim, Coptic or Catholic, maybe one with no formal name, each of these pathways embraces the quest for wisdom. And you, graduates, have been like explorers, huddlers over text and textbooks, laptops and science labs, expanding your well of knowledge. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "We must remember that intelligence is not enough. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education." So we look beyond the grades to the leaders these youth have become. We honor your embracing of sacred ideals and the Kents Hill core values. And on this day, we pause to celebrate you. Life doesn't always say good job, does it, adults? When you make a relationship work, or you parent well, or you deal patiently with that difficult boss, on those days, remember this day, when we honor you for all that you have accomplished. Remember that the source of life claims you and celebrates you as gifted and empowered. So take your place. You've already stepped into it. Now own it. Leaders, thinkers, laughers, dreamers, athletes, and scholars. The world needs you. As Proverbs says, I have taught you the way of wisdom. Keep hold of instruction. Do not let it go. Guard it, for she is your life. Congratulations, class. Amen. And I am honored to, at this time, introduce our first senior speaker.
Thank you, Reverend Keeney. Hello, everyone. It's really nice to see everyone gathered here to celebrate our senior class on this nice, cloudy day. Thank you all for coming. Also, surprise to my family. Yeah, I'm doing a speech, forgot to tell you. Anyways, wow. I cannot fathom how quickly time has passed. I have a pretty good memory for some things, and if Mrs. Chu allowed me to speak as long as I wanted, I would tell you about all the funny, sweet, challenging, and life-changing moments my peers and I have shared during our time together. However, I know that senioritis has hit some of my classmates extremely hard, so I'll just start. There were many times when I was sitting at my desk with my head in my hands, wondering how the heck I was going to get through the week and complete all my homework. But each week went by, and now I'm standing at this podium with my family and community in front of me and my friends behind me. And this is proof that today that my classmates and I have gotten through the harrowing weeks and harsh winters this hill may bring. Though family members and friends may have heard us complain when we got back home or called you on the phone, just remember that students like to complain. I know that my classmates have created so many special memories and took part in numerous new opportunities on the Hill. Kensal has given us many opportunities to explore and expand hobbies and interests. For example, discovering a newfound favorite sport through Winter Carnival for broomball, volleyball, meeting your best friend at the lunch table, or creating connections from all over the world, or exploring this thrilling state, and even discovering through Mr. Hodgins' classes your passion for history. Thanks, Hodge. As we move forward in life, I hope my peers continue on their journey of resilience and to never forget the memories made here. Life has already thrown us so many curveballs, and no high school student should have gone through that much turbulence that we have in our 4 years here. So teachers, family members, and the Kensal community, thank you so much for everything. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you.
Thank you, Naima. And good morning. As Mr. Cheney noted, one of the things we're doing today is recognizing our seniors for their academic, athletic, and community life achievements, and we will begin with our Academic Department Awards. Seniors, when you hear your name, please come forward to receive your award. The Richard C. Fossey Award is awarded to that senior who has responded sensitively and imaginatively to the beauty and thought of great literature, and whose intellectual stimulation and growth have been reflected in the quality of his or her writing. This year's recipient is Shay Cheney. The Environmental Studies Award is given to that junior or senior who has shown excellence in the pursuit of environmental studies and whose academic interests reflect, in the words of Aldo Leopold, the existence of an ecological conscience and a conviction of individual responsibility for the health of the land. We're pleased to give this award to Dauda Nyang. The Carol Heath ELL Award is given to a senior or postgraduate English language learner who has excelled while learning and absorbing our language and culture and who has made significant contributions to the life of the school. This student has eagerly embraced the challenges and rewards of learning another language and culture and has, at the same time, enjoyed sharing his or her own culture with us. This year's Carol Heath Award winner is Wanxian Danny Zhang. The Irving H. Moore Award is given in memory of Irving Hartwell Moore to a senior with an outstanding record in mathematics. This year's Irving Moore Award recipient is Aidan Nolan. The Masterman Dramatics Prize is given in memory of Lois Masterman, Kents Hill class of 1954. to the senior who has made an outstanding contribution to the theater program. This year's Lois Masterman recipient is Charlotte Precourt. The George Dunn Award for Excellence in Theater is given in honor of George Dunn, former Kents Hill teacher, coach, director, and department chair from 1979 to 2017, to the senior who has consistently contributed to the theater program with excellence through performance and student leadership. And the winner is Wanjian Danny Zhang. The Ella D. and William F. Morse Instrumental Award is awarded to the senior who has made an outstanding contribution to music at Kents Hill School. This year's recipient is Aiden Nolan. The John O. Newton Award is given in memory of John Orville Newton, beloved trustee, principal, and professor of natural sciences at Kents Hill, to that student excelling in sciences. This year's winner is Amita Nanda. The Social Studies Award is given to that senior who has pursued a rigorous course of study within the department and has shown intelligence, character, and a love of learning while at Kents Hill School. This year's recipient is Naima O'Rourke. Congratulations. Kents Hill's Visual Arts Award is awarded to the senior who is dedicated to the creative process of visual arts and has explored a variety of fine arts mediums and techniques. We recognize excellence in both 2D and 3D art, so this year's winners are as follows. The Gifford Giff Ewing Class of 1966 Award for 2D art goes to Lauren McCallig. And the Guy Chip Williams Class of 1968 Award for 3D art goes to Shanxi Christine Xu. Our final department award is the Francis A. David Award, which is given in honor of Miss Frances Davis, language teacher at Kents Hill from 1882 to 1923, and is awarded to that student excelling in foreign languages. This year's award winner is Naomi Bellon. Kents Hill also gives a Distinguished Scholar Award to the student from each class who has the highest grade point average. I'm pleased and proud to announce that the class of 2022's Distinguished Scholar is Amita Nanda. At this time, I would like to announce our second student speaker. Please join me in welcoming Charlotte Precourt.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today to celebrate the class of 2022. It means a lot that you all came, and I love seeing both the new and familiar faces here on the Hill. It's an honor to be speaking today. I want to talk about how Kents Hill has shaped all of us, and how, in the right environment, students can grow and change into altruistic, respectful, and scholarly people. Kents Hill gives students the chance to discover who they always were and grants them the power to learn how to speak with courage and the kindness to use that courage to speak on the behalf of others. When I first walked onto campus, I was fairly sure of the kind of future I wanted to have. I wanted to be a future doctor. I had a vision, and I was determined to achieve it. Since then, I've learned to care deeply about so much more and developed interests such as global affairs and social justice. I've explored these through Model UN, thank you again, Mr. Hodgen, and volunteered for 4 years through Planned Parenthood. And I never would have expanded into these roles with the conviction and passion that I have without the encouragement of Kent Hill School. My desire to learn and discover was rewarded for the first time here because both teachers and fellow students cared about the world around them. I found that there are so many others like me who are invested in the wide world and that pure passion is innately valuable. I would like to take a moment to thank the faculty who have helped me embrace my curiosity here for 4 years on the Hill. Dr. Priest, as my advisor and teacher for 2 years, you've seen me a lot. Thank you for always teaching me to make myself clear and for always looking out for me, regardless of what I might be going through. From the scheduling disaster of my junior year to finalizing all of my essays, I could not be the student or person I am without you. Mr. Hodgen, you are the one who helped me reinstate Model UN Club and how to use my words to persuade rather than to begin an argument every time. Thank you for teaching me a gentler approach to people and life as a whole. Learning to listen and take a step back from my position without compromising on my core beliefs has proven vital, and I will carry this with me throughout my life. Finally, Mr. Munson, you have been with me as I've tried to learn entirely new skills, whether it be how to find a derivative or how to properly use a drill. Despite not having regular meetings with you throughout high school, you have impacted my life so much. I had the opportunity to write your dedication, but I wanted to use this opportunity to thank you in my own voice for teaching me the power of perseverance and for how impactful patience can be. I remember when we had to repair drywall in our third house on the mission trip, and you actually let me do it mostly by myself, even after I hit you with the drill. I still feel very bad, but I'm grateful. At Kent Hill, I was able to find people who I could connect with deeply. These crossed classes, teams, and surface level hobbies, and taught me that we have so much in common. We care. We care about life, about each other, and about our world. We were able to bond over this. I and many of my classmates were able to find our people here on the Hill. This has strengthened us and demonstrates our class core value, which we chose so long ago over our melted ice cream. Friendship has created a bond in our class which will continue long past our graduation. We are united in our dedication to speak up for each other and have the courage and passion to do so. Now, I would like to take a moment to say a few words just to my class. Over the past 4 years, we have been encouraged to be the most earnest, thoughtful, and compassionate versions of ourselves in and out of the classroom every single day. It's vital that we carry this lesson with us, to take a stand on what matters most, to speak with conviction but also empathy, and to work to create the change that we wish to see in the world. Kent Hill has prepared us well to enter society, and now it is our time. It is our time to make a mark on the world, and it is our time to show the world who we were meant to be. I hope that we continue to grow into the people we were bound to become, and that we are granted the grace and opportunity to do so. As we leave the Hill, it's crucial to remember the value that strength, devotion, and tenderness in our speech and our actions have. We have the power, and we can control our fate. We should make sure we use these voices both to make our marks, but today, to thank those who have helped shape us. Whether that be our teachers, advisors, parents, or fellow students, we ought to show those that we care about that we care in return. We are preparing to continue to create a positive future. I encourage each one of you to think about how you will leave a positive mark on the world, how you will make a difference, even if it may differ from others' expectations from you. And to my class, we did it!
Thanks, Charlotte. And now I would like to present a few Senior Athletic Department awards. The Girls Athletic Association Award is awarded to a multi-sport varsity female student athlete in her senior or postgraduate year based on leadership, sportsmanship, and accomplishment. This year's recipient is Emma Knowles. The Liz Cross Mellon Award is given to the students in the senior class who best combine a love of snow sports with a strong commitment to good citizenship. This award is given in memory of Liz Cross Mellon, class of 1971. Our recipients are Jack Power and Naima O'Rourke. Congrats. And finally, the Rutgers Prize is awarded to a multi-sport varsity male student athlete in his senior or postgraduate year based on leadership, sportsmanship, and accomplishment. This year's winner is Jackson Melendi. Congrats to all of our student athletes. At this time, I would like to introduce our third student speaker. Please join me in welcoming Amita Nanda.
Hi. For anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Amita Nanda, and I'm a four-year day student at Kent Hill School. First of all, I would like to thank everyone here for attending this graduation ceremony, the faculty, the parents, and especially the class of 2022. I'm going to be honest. When the senior year started, I couldn't wait to graduate and finally be rid of high school. But as June 4th crept closer and closer, I couldn't help but feel disbelief that I'd soon be departing Kent Hill School and its community. My last 4 years spent on this campus have been unforgettable. From being tiny, shy freshmen, getting lost on campus, to becoming seniors and leaders on the campus, we have really changed, evolved, and come a long way. Some of the highlights of my time on the Hill include signing my name on the Beers Bell Tower, hill sprints up and down the grass, taking naps in my friends' rooms, winning Maysides in field hockey, watching Dawuda being chased by a dog, and bringing down a tree during class projects, and today, standing here and about to graduate. Each and every one of you have made an impact on me during my time at Kent Hill School, whether I've known you for 1, 2, 3, or 4 years. I just wanted to impart some advice. As high school students, there's always been a lot of pressure on us. Pressure to get into the best colleges, and pressure to be the best on the sports field. Pressure to get great SAT scores, and pressure to just fit in. Everyone seems to be striving for perfection nowadays. I know I am definitely a perfectionist, but focusing overly on being perfect isn't healthy. It is also not healthy to be under so much pressure. So I advise you not to succumb to the pressures of society. You do what you want to do, and don't worry about what anyone else thinks. Take the pressure that you have and transform that into your drive. Take some time to rest as well when you need to. And think back to the times when you've succeeded previously. I know that always helps to calm me down. And focus on what you can change rather than the factors that are set in stone. I implore you to look around at the people sitting next to you, your classmates, your teammates, your dorm mates, your friends. We made it. We made it together, and we've reached the finish line. Again, I just want to say a huge thank you to all the teachers who helped us succeed at Kent Hill. And I just wanted to end my speech with a quote. There are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind. C.S. Lewis. I wish everyone all the luck in the world as we continue on the next steps in our journey. Thank you.
Thanks, Amita. And now we'll return to the awards. The J. Fay Lucidell Award is given in memory of J. Fay Lucidell, RN, class of 1945, to a student in the graduating class who has an interest in the sciences and who has demonstrated a strong commitment to serving others. This year's recipient is Lauren McCallig. The Newton Bud Brook Award is given to the member of the graduating class who never gave up. That student who gave 110% in the classroom, on the athletic field, and in their personal life, and did it all as Bud would have done, with pride, enthusiasm, and humor. This year's winner is Jack Curran. The Winston Taggart Award is given in memory of Winston Taggart, class of 1966, to the senior who displays outstanding academic effort and citizenship. This year's winner is Shay Cheney. The Melmac Scholarship is awarded to a senior who has made a difference in the lives of others and has made a positive contribution to the school. This year's scholarship winner is Jack Bonifant. The Community Service Award is given to that senior who has demonstrated core values of altruism and compassion for others, giving freely of time and energy to help those in need. I'm pleased to present this year's award to Charlotte Precourt. The International Student Award is given to an international student in the senior or junior class who is a respected leader in the school and who has made significant academic and social contributions to the school community. Earlier this week, we gave one International Student Award to a junior, George Papadopoulos, and today we're happy to give a second award to David Hopvogel. Congrats. The Community Life Award is given annually to the senior who has contributed the most toward the community life of the school. This year's winner is Jack Power. The Head of School Award is given to a senior for displaying exemplary citizenship and pride in the school community and for achieving significant personal growth as a Kensal student. I'm honored to give this award to Aaron Jones. Cum Laude is a National Honor Society modeled on the Collegiate Phi Beta Kappa. It recognizes excellence in academic work. This year, Kensal School is inducting 8 students into Cum Laude, with at least 2 years of study at Kensal to establish their reputation as outstanding scholars. Today's honorees show us what can be accomplished through a strong commitment to scholarship, responsibility, and perseverance. I'm going to read all 8 names in a row, so please save your applause for the end. Our 2022 Cum Laude inductees are Amita Nanda, Lauren McCallig, Shay Cheney, Jackson Melendi, Aiden Nolan, David Hopvogel, Charlotte Precourt, and Alan Wise. Congratulations. That's pretty good. At this time, I would like to introduce our 4th and final student speaker. Sorry, Jackson. Is Jackson Melendi.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. And welcome to graduation, or should I say morning meeting. We have a couple quick announcements that I'd like to get through today. A couple birthday shout outs. So if you all could join me in wishing Bonnie, Maddie, Power, and Mr. Hannon a happy birthday. But all jokes aside, welcome to graduation, and thank you for coming. We all appreciate your support, and this is a big day. If I'm going to be honest, 4 years ago, like many of them sitting up there, we never thought this moment would come. 2 years ago, we didn't know if it would happen or who it would be with. But now, here it is, the class of 2022. I don't want to talk long because you all have heard me talk way too much. But I would like to start at the beginning. Class projects, freshman year. This is the time we picked our core value. A process that's harder than it sounds. We sat for hours in the commons, and I know all the 4 years will remember this. And at the end of the day, well, we got ice cream, one, that was big. But we picked our core value, friendship. And I couldn't think of a better core value to represent this class. No matter if people have been here 1, 2, 3, or 4 years, we all have made friendships that will last a lifetime. Friendships have formed on the sports field, in the classroom, in the dorms, at class projects, and other student activities. Lost my page. For example, I think back to this year's class projects when we went camping. We had the whole senior class around a campfire under the stars talking for hours. Some people we were talking to for the first time, getting to know. Others we had been catching up about how their summer was. But here, it was more than the friendships that were formed, but it was the family that was built. The family that we went to class with each day, ate our meals with, played sports with. On campus, the people sitting up here are the ones that support each other day in and day out. I think back to 2 years ago when the girls were in the New England tournament for soccer. It was one weekday afternoon, and 100 students showed up to their game in Berwick just to support. This is just one example of students supporting others' accomplishments. But it's not just the accomplishments and the good times. It's the family that helps you get through the bad days, the hardships of high school, and we all went through them. No matter what, the people on the stage were there for each other when it mattered, good or bad. I think I can say for the class that we are thankful to be at Kent's Hill, as this is the place that allowed us to form this family. And I know I, like many of you, cannot wait to see what this family will do moving forward. Thank you.
Thanks, Jackson, and all the student speakers. Those were great. It's now my honor to present the traditional Graduation Day Awards. The first, the Lois Masterman Award, given in her memory to that girl in the graduating class who, in the opinion of her classmates and the faculty, most exemplifies the following philosophy of living: to be helpful to others and to make something useful of my life. That was her motto. The Lois Masterman Award is presented to Naima O'Rourke. The Class of 1913 Award is given in memory of the Class of 1913. This award is given to the member of the graduating class who, in the estimation of the faculty, has exercised the greatest influence for good during the year. The Class of 1913 Award goes to Jackson Mellendy. The Lydia and Luther Sampson Award is given in memory of the school's founders to the member of the graduating class who has excelled in the classroom and in extracurricular activities. The Lydia and Luther Sampson Award goes to Jack Bonifon. The Knowles Prize is given in memory of Mark T. Knowles, class of 1885, and is awarded to the member of the graduating class who demonstrates excellence in scholarship and other outstanding merit. The winner of this year's Knowles Prize is Amita Nanda. The Ritz Bonifon Person of Principal Award is given to that member of the graduating class who best embodies the core belief of the school's statement of mission, that one person of principal can always make a difference. The Ritz Bonifon Person of Principal Award goes to Kevin McElhaney. I would now like to welcome Dr. Priest to the podium. Dr. Priest will read each name marking your graduation from Kents Hill School. Assisting with the awarding of diplomas is Mrs. Patricia Hatler, President of the Board of Trustees, and Ms. Renee Davis, Assistant Head of School.
Renee Nicole Haggerty. Mackenzie Tobor. Emma Yaskova. Marta Quesada Fernandez. Alana May Batchelder. Amida Nanda. Naima Laurel O'Rourke. Emma Beatrice King. Shanshi Shu. Charlotte Bray Precourt. Emma Robes Kenworthy. Emma Marie Gardner. Emma Renee Knowles. Naomi Isabella Ballon. Madeline May Sheffield. Lauren Paige McCallig. Chase Ajit Cuevas Bumps. At this time, I would like to invite Ms. Lisa DiOrio to join Mr. Cheney up front. And together, they will present a diploma to Shay Lanigan Cheney. John Gray Power. Ella Darby Oaks. Lillian Mary Dwyer. Aiden Thomas Nolan. Aaron Michael Jones. Dowda Yang. Brian Alexander Sachs. Jacob Strider Benke. Wenjian Zhang. Zhongnan Wu. Connor Halliday Langan. Kevin McElhaney. David Hopvogel. Jonathan Martin Curran. Justin Tremblay. Pavel Stasny. Kunso Yuk. Wesley Joseph Dumas. Matthew Christian Welton. Hiroya Goseki. William Wild Stinson. Alfredo Canavati Gonzalez. Alfredo cannot be here today, but we're pleased to recognize him anyway. Seth Hambleton Chernick. Glad other people were brave enough to do that. I wanted to make that joke. Gary Charles Mandia Jr. Pablo Jose Cueto Monier. Emiliano Fernandez Garcia. Andrew Nathaniel Boston. Owen Lewis Moore. Owen couldn't be here in person, but we're proud to recognize him just the same. Alan Murdoch Wise. At this time, I would like to invite Headmaster Emeritus, Mr. Rist Bonifant, to the front. And Mr. Bonifant will present a diploma to Jack Aristius Bonifant. And finally, Jackson Oakley Melendi. One more time, congratulations to the class of 2022. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Cheney to offer his closing remarks.
First, I think it's always important to acknowledge mistakes and own them. So as you can see, there's one award still on the table. So Jack and Naima, I split the gift. I didn't realize it was two. So Naima's, yours is here. Jack, you put the other two together. I own that. I made that mistake. I panicked. It had Jack's name on both. I'm like, what is this? So just owning my mistake. Congratulations, class of 2022. First, I want to thank all of you for showing me what compassion, courage, curiosity, and community looks like each and every day. You've received academic accolades, you've won MASAD championships, you've won awards for your artwork, you've produced and performed in plays and musicals, you've followed the rules, and yes, many of you have broken the rules. You've been accepted to colleges, you've been rejected from colleges, you've enlisted in the military to serve our country. You stood up for others, both on and off campus. You've raised money to help those less fortunate. You've done thousands of hours of community service, including on the mission trip to Louisiana. You've participated in Model United Nations. You've given hundreds of tours sharing your love of Kents Hill with visiting families. The breadth and depth of what you've done individually and collectively is truly remarkable. So, my charge to the class of 2022. As you well know, your class value is friendship. So I thought I would share some excerpts from a book called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, written by Charlie McKeesey. It was published in 2019, a few months before the pandemic hit, and it has become a global bestseller. It is a story of four unlikely friends who share a series of deep conversations about life, universal truths, and most importantly, friendship. In the author's introduction, he describes the fable saying, quote, The boy is lonely when the mole first surfaces. They spend time together gazing into the wild. I think the wild is a bit like life. Frightening sometimes, but beautiful. In their wanderings, they meet a fox. It's never going to be easy meeting a fox if you're a mole. The boy is full of questions. The mole is greedy for cake. The fox is mainly silent and wary because he's been hurt by life. The horse is the biggest thing they have ever encountered, and also the gentlest. They are all different, like us, and each has their own weaknesses. I can see myself in all four of them. I hope this book encourages you perhaps to live courageously with more kindness for yourself and for others, and to know when to ask for help when you need it, which is always a brave thing to do. So, I chose this book to share with you today because it provides some valuable life lessons that resonated with me. And frankly, they're better than the ones I could come up with on my own. I believe each of you will find parts of yourself in each of these characters at different times. I know I have. I would now like to share a few highlights of the conversations from these unlikely friends. I've chosen 4 conversations from the many in the book that I will share with you today. The first, "What do you think success is?" asked the boy. "To love," said the mole. Wow, right? Who tells high school seniors that success is to love? Isn't success getting A's on tests, crushing the SATs, getting recruited to play college sports, getting into the most selective colleges? No, those are just things. They're important, but they don't define who we are. They will carry more or less importance for each of you and will be less and less important as you grow older. I can tell you, I was really good at taking tests. I did really well in the SATs. I haven't been asked about those things since I was in high school. What people really care about is the kind of person I am, not the test scores I ever got. The person I am is someone who cares deeply about others, even if I don't smile enough. I love schools and working with students, which is what has given me a sense of professional purpose. I've been fortunate to have been surrounded by a family who loves me and whom I love, and my parents are here today as loving grandparents. One of my greatest gifts is to have deep friendships. What has been most important to me is my love for education, for working with students, for building strong, meaningful bonds with those around me. Some of the things society can push high school students towards are transactional and not relational. The mole is telling us is that it is the relational that matters. And this is why community is so central to Kent's Hill. To love is to be a great friend. As Brene Brown shares in her book, The Atlas of the Heart, quote, "Love is not something we give or get. It is something that we nurture and grow. A connection that can be cultivated between two people only when it exists within each one of them. We can love others only as much as we love ourselves. When you love and you are loved, you will be successful. All the other stuff can be additive, but cannot replace the substance of a true friendship." The second conversation, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" "Kind," said the boy. Again, society asks us and often judges us on what we want to be, and we are expected to answer with a job or profession. I'm sure all of you are getting asked that question a lot as you head off on your next adventure, be it a gap year, college, or the military. The boy's answer is much bigger and more profound. And in fact, it's what the world needs. Our world, now more than any time in my lifetime, needs more people who are kind. The beauty of this is that it's not political, it's not financial, it's not about a position or power. It's purely a way of being. We need more kind people in the world, people who are caring, compassionate, and selfless. I hope you will be kind to yourself and kind to others. Research also tells us that people who perform or even observe acts of kindness are happier. I've witnessed many moments of your kindness, helping Sage with the dishes, staying after an activity to clean up, inviting someone to join your table, or expressing gratitude after a great class or practice. They are often small and simple, but mean so much. Take a minute to think about a moment of kindness that you have experienced, either as the giver or receiver. I'm sure it gives you a positive feeling and hope as you move through life, you will be kind to others and to yourself. The third conversation. What is the bravest thing you ever said? Asked the boy. Help, said the horse. When have you been at your strongest? Asked the boy. When I have dared to show my weakness. Asking for help isn't giving up, said the horse. It's refusing to give up. This conversation resonates with me. In many ways, COVID paralyzed me with fear. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to navigate the school successfully and safely through the pandemic. Often, the voices of my fear were the loudest. I was filled with anxiety and depression. Thankfully, I asked for help. My help came in the form of an executive coach whom I've been working with for over a year. She's been transformative for me as a person and leader. Instead of being gripped with fear about why I might not or wasn't succeeding, I've been able to focus on my strengths, dreams, and aspirations for my own leadership and the successful future of Kents Hill School. One of the great myths is that vulnerability is a weakness, when it is the opposite. It is a sign of strength, and we know true friendship comes when we can be vulnerable with each other. I've been so proud to see all the ways in which you have reached out to your friends, your advisors, peer advisors, counselors, teachers, and coaches to ask for help. Always remember, asking for help is refusing to give up. The final lesson. What do we do when our hearts hurt? Asked the boy. We wrap them with friendship, shared tears and time, till they wake hopeful and happy again. Be hopeful. In addition to this book, I've also been reading and listening to podcasts about hope and optimism. One that stood out to me was from Brene Brown's Atlas of the Heart, in which hope is described as follows. Hope is a function of struggle. We develop hope not during the comfortable times, but through adversity and discomfort. Hope is forged when our goals, pathways, and agency are tested, and when change is actually possible. Optimism and hopefulness are different. Optimism assumes everything will work out, whereas hopefulness is about understanding the problems, the mess, the challenges, and believing that you can overcome them and work to change them one step at a time. You, class of 2022, have persevered through so much discomfort and adversity. Nearly half of your high school years have been upended, and yet you forged new pathways and new possibilities. We are all more hopeful because of you. It'd be a good time to clap. So, in summary, love and friendship are success. Be kind, ask for help, and be hopeful. Lastly, one of my favorite parts, the book closes not with a traditional the end, but with look how far we've come. Take a moment to think about how far each of you has come and recognize this is not the end, but just a point in your life journey marking just how far you have come. There's a copy of the book for each of you that you can pick up on your way out as you march out, and hopefully you will find comfort, kindness, and inspiration from it, as I have at different times in your journey. I look forward to seeing each of you again on the Hill. You're always welcome home. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
Send out a Zoom form.
I would now like to introduce Reverend Keeney to give the benediction.
As we send you forth today, I remember an image from the great teacher Jesus. He said, I will show you what someone is like who comes to me, hears my words, and acts on them. That one is like a man building a house, who dug deeply and laid the foundation on rock. When a flood arose, the river burst against that house but could not shake it, because it had been well built. But the one who hears and does not act is like a man who built a house on a ground without a foundation. When the river burst against it, immediately it fell. Go as those who hear and act. Build your dreams on the strong foundations that you have developed here at Kent Hill. Learning, friendship, faith, healthy bodies, expanded minds. Keep investing in you. Don't stop learning even when it doesn't require a diploma. Pick up a book just because you don't know anything about the subject. Watch a documentary on your day off. Live stream a travel adventure. Take time for you. You deserve it. We celebrate today bright days like this that are full of promise, but there will be days in each of your lives that are stormy, that will shake your cores. So hold fast to your foundation. Even today's a little bittersweet, isn't it? For that diploma comes with a change in venue. And change can be exciting and terrifying at the same time. You, me, we all need solid foundations for what lies ahead. Faith, education, families, friends. That's what supports us, anchors us, roots us through the storms that life will throw at you, through the changes. I invite you to join me in thanking them out there who have developed your foundation with you, who have held you strong to this point. And I truly pray that God will place in your path the skills and the people you need to strengthen the foundations of the future and the values you've laid in this space. Graduates, you will build great things. And the most important will be how you build yourself. May you be ever directed by love in that project. Amen.
All right, class of 22, stand up. And the last thing that you're going to do to signify your graduation is move your tassels from the right side to the left side. Congratulations.